Hello traders, welcome to the Wednesday trade recap and forecast. So starting with EU, this pair is moving down in a descending fashion and we did have a reversal. So there was also a trade opportunity right here. So let's bring it back. Let me share with you what I was seeing. Basically, push down, pull back, continuation, pullback, continuation. So now we are in an established trend, basically impulses and pullbacks, and then we have this flag formation right here. This is the first low of the flag, this is the first high, second low, second high. All 4 points have formed and the entry candle is the first red candle after the flag forms. So this would have been the market order. I didn't take it. Reason is it was Tuesday. So basically on a Tuesday, if there is any sort of a warning sign, I'm being a lot more patient, especially on EU, which is kind of a range bound pair, doesn't really move that much. I need to be really careful with especially this pair. So first warning sign, a bit of a slowdown. You can see breaking, leaving wicks. Basically candles are getting smaller. So that's the first warning sign. Second warning sign, momentum shift in the first pullback candle. Right here you can see definitely a shift to the upside. The size of the blue candle is bigger than the last two candles. Two warning signs plus Tuesday, I'm not taking that sort of a trade. So then I believe this trade did play out, so it would have been a winner. Let's see. Click, 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 click. Yeah, so would have been a small winner. But again, I need to follow my plan. I never know when the winners will come. I never know when the losers will come. My win rate is around 30 to 40% depending on the month, quarter, or even year. Okay. What happened then? Descending structure. Price did start to descend to the downside. What do we know when we see a descending structure? We can expect a reversal to the upside. At this point, this had potential for a reversal, but again, did not have an order on right here. With the strategy, I would have had an order on here, but for the price to come all the way back, it needs to travel around 47 pips. And you can measure it, but what I would recommend is much better is drawing it like this and then comparing. Would this be a momentum shift to a downside? If you got tagged in, if a candle printed of this size and if it was red, would this be a momentum shift? 100% it would. It's bigger than almost all of the candles in the prior price action, meaning you definitely don't want to be in this sort of a trade. Especially if you're looking to buy, you don't want to be seeing huge red candles. And I would have been stopped out with my 13 pip stop loss, definitely would have been taken out for a 1% loss, so good that I followed my plan. Now price is ranging inside the most recent low and the most recent high. What I expect is more of this range bound price action like this. So we will see what will happen. What I'm looking for is of course a large impulse to the upside, flag or a break and a retest, or a large impulse to the downside, flag or a break and a retest. We know Mondays and Tuesdays predominantly range bound days, so I'm definitely being a lot more patient, but today is Wednesday, so on Wednesdays we usually can get some sort of trends. So going to our next pair, we have the euro and the Japanese yen. For this one, there was another flag opportunity, so let me just move the line. It should be around here. And if some of you are wondering, did I have an order on here for a break and a retest? I did not. So right here, opportunity for a break and a retest. I didn't have an order on. Saw a bit of a momentum shift in the prior pullback, which is a warning sign. The break was kind of small, ended with a bit of a wick, so the break was not good. And it was Tuesday, so 3 warning signs, definitely not having an order on at this level. Then let's take a look at our flag. So for the flag, basically it happened right here. what was good? Well, we had an established downtrend, push down, pullback, continuation. This for me is definitely an established downtrend. So I was looking to enter on a flag here. This would have been the entry candle. But for me personally, I saw a bit of a shift here. So if I just take this blue candle and I compare it to the size of the prior candles, I mean, for me, it's a shift. I'm seeing momentum up in this one candle right here, and it was Tuesday. I just did not want to risk it. Yeah, established trend, small flag, but we have a momentum shift and we have Tuesday. So for me, no trade right here. And the stop loss would have been pretty small. So if I place the stop loss, 12 pips, really small stop loss, that's another warning sign. So yeah, I would have been taken out for a loss right here. Telltale sign that this was a bad trade was this momentum shift. So go to your backtesting, see what happens when you see a aggressive retrace in the first candle or the first two candles of a pullback. Okay, right now I'm expecting a larger range, because usually when we see a momentum shift in the first candle of the pullback, it signals either a range or it signals a reversal. I'm expecting a range here. We have already started to range around. I'm looking for a large impulse down, flag or a break and a retest, or I'm looking for a large impulse to the upside, flag or a break and a retest. So currently it's range bound. Liquidity areas below and above we need to be careful of course. We shall see how the price will develop. Moving on, Aussie US dollar. For this pair, no order zone, nothing really fit my plan. Mostly crappy price action. It's now ascending, but not really in a clean manner. Basically, we had this sort of volatility, move up, move down with same sort of momentum. That's a V reversal. So this ascending is not giving me much conviction that I will get a nice clean trade. What I'm looking for is potentially a larger ascending structure, and then a nice reversal, and then a flag, or a potential break and a retest. So I need to see more of an ascending at this point. This is not really showing me what I want to be seeing. If we get a descending, I'm expecting more range-bound price action, because in this case we have an ascending going into a descending structure. One more thing that can happen, so we can get a large impulse up, then I would look for a flag or a break and a retest, or we can get a large impulse down. I would again look for a flag or a break and a retest. We shall see how the price will develop. Currently, not much conviction. Descending into an ascending, yeah, just I'm sitting on my hands for this one. Aussie JPY. For this one, crappy price action. We have gotten a large move down, aggressive retrace. That signals a range or a reversal. Currently getting that range. I mean, just squeeze out, and you can see it's a range bound, not really showing me a potential to the upside or potential to the downside. I'm looking for a large impulse up, flag or a break and a retest, or a large impulse down, flag or a break and a retest. What you need to be careful of course, is liquidity areas below and liquidity areas above the range. So that's about it for AJ. The pound is a range bound, unfortunately. So especially on the pound, I need to be seeing a large impulse up or down. For me, this is just, take a look, descending, going into an ascending right now, breaking the lows, retracing, breaking the highs, retracing, breaking the highs, retracing. I don't trade reversals on this pair, so I'm just looking for a large impulse down or a large impulse to the upside. Really simple stuff. On the pound, there has not been a trade for a really long time now. That means potentially markets are cooking something up after a long range bound period. Usually we get some nice trends. No expectations, we wait for evidence. If we get an evidence of a trend, we will look to buy or sell. Moving on, final one, NJ. Okay, this one had some momentum down. Definitely was seeing some nice momentum down. This here prior price action was pretty crap, but then we got this nice impulse, How did it end? Aggressive retrace. I mean, just look at the size of these candles. Even one of them is really big, kind of as big as the candles going down, definitely bigger than the prior price action. For me, that is a momentum shift. So right here, we broke the low also. Low is 611, here it's 612. Basically broke the low, retraced, signaling either a descending channel or range-bound price action. I'm expecting more of a range right here. A range is already starting. What I want to see is a large impulse down, flag or a break and they retest, or a large impulse up, flag or a break and they retest. So that's about it for the trade recap and forecast. None of the pairs are showing me potential. Yeah, we had some moves yesterday, ended up with aggressive retraces. Warning signs, not something you want to be seeing. For the next week, or sorry, for this week, so Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, we can expect some trends, and NFP has passed, so maybe maybe the market has thought about the news and some trends may potentially start. We shall see. Trade safe. See you guys in the next video.